Welcome back to Spy X Family Anime Review, episode number 19. We are reviewing the 28th episode of the series, which is called Mission and Family, Elegant Borgerman, Heart of a Child, and Waking Up. Yeah, I'm one of these ones where this one adapts from a single chapter of the manga. I'm not kidding about that. One chapter, chapter 41. It also has Short Mission number 7. And the bonus files from Volume 2 and Volume 7 of the manga. I had this sneaking suspicion that the studio is trying to adapt as much of the manga as they can, because they're not rushing. So the main story here is focused on Yuri, Yor's brother, her younger brother, where you see him doing spy work, listening in, which from what I can tell, basically all forms of law enforcement do this. Even in real life, basically, they do this. Basically, it's called wiretapping. So, that's what he's doing here. He's wiretapping, basically. And I'm not sure how it's done nowadays. It looks like basically he's using a typewriter. Now, this may have been something they used back then. I don't know. So, it starts with them basically doing a sting operation on a potential thing of people trying to sell secrets. And they hear the information they want. And, of course, they break in and arrest the guy who's doing the deal. Next assignment is taking a reporter who's basically putting out fake stuff about the country. Now, I have the suspicious feeling. Now, this is not Crunchyroll doing this. They're probably not pushing this, basically telling the creator of the Spy X manga to push this. My guess is that there is half the time the media tends to lie about stuff, and people either agree with what they say or they don't. Here it's like, yeah, Yuri, your assignment is to take down this reporter who is spreading a bunch of bullcrap. That's literally what his job is. Yeah. So he basically watched him for about a week. At one point, he's having the same report twice. And because he hasn't slept. And eventually, so he's a reporter, so this is his routine. He gets up, watch Good Morning Asania, which is probably a parody of Good Morning America. Yes, this thing does exist. Good Morning America, just a morning talk show people like to watch. Have I ever watched Good Morning America? No, I haven't. I have not. Mainly because I am not interested in watching it at all. I've never been interested in watching Good Morning America. But I'm sure you get cursed at the newscaster, and then he goes off to work. You don't see him it's not showing what exactly he does. Apparently he was a reporter, and then he got fired. Oh yeah, it's also he actually works at the post office. Which is, in any country, it's a government job. But apparently he's not being paid very much. Which I think is kind of weird because he works in the post office. Usually the post office make pretty good living. I know somebody who actually worked for the post office. I think he's long since retired, but I'm sure he made a substantial living. Better than living in a crappy apartment. It could be because the country he's living in. That's possible. The fact that apparently his job is basically move boxes. Like, you would think that would basically be okay living, even for that country, but no. So apparently he sends information, false information, basically bullcrap information, to this person where they lay arrested. Of course, Yuri tends to follow him. Of course, apparently he's also is for the helping out his father financially. Nice of him to do. When Yuri finds out about this, when he basically arrests him, of course, they see him outside the apartment building, and Yuri, he praises him for this. This slight change the wording in the manga. He's like, oh, the new SSS guy is basically more polite. They're not breaking into his home, basically arresting him. Basically, he's doing this outside. Just arrest him. And, of course, basically, that he confesses everything, and he says he'll submit an application financially for his father. And he says thank you. He gets thanked, and he also gets thanked by his his boss. And they go out for a steak, and he goes see his sister, want to see her, and great story. Love it. The Bondman one was weird. This is like not standard spy stuff. It's like the whole story is all about him. What's the story for the Bond one? Well, It's this. It's him gathering up all these women in his apartment for reasons, and who later basically he has to pay rent to his hot landlady. It's like basically he's trying to assemble his own harem. I'm like, what the heck? And then they all beat him up. And of course, Anya's like, he's not a good spy. And Lloyd agrees, given the fact that he's actually a spy himself, called Twilight. And then after the credits, we have a couple omakes. Yes, where the first one is you have Anya, like, riding this polar bear type of thing, then going swimming, and then it's like not going swimming again. And then we have the wake up thing where first day Damien basically is waking up early, and like it mentioned, oh, it was a fluke last time, referencing probably last week's episode, and apparently Anya basically can't wake up because the bus is going to be there in 10 minutes. I found this episode to be quite interesting. I loved it. Now for the Imperial Mixers arc, like, here's the question though, okay, because basically this episode adapted just chapter 41. So you probably think, okay, so, and I should point out though, the very next episode, which will air this week, this will finally cap off this arc and start up the very next arc of the series, Crew's Adventure. I'm very much looking forward to see this adapted for the anime. Yeah, and yeah. Now the arc itself is roughly 14 chapters. Yeah, and apparently the most recent episode was episode 30. Now, of course, the thing is not finished yet, per se. Oh no, it's not finished yet, but they will probably finish this really soon. Yeah. It might take a while, but damn, I'm looking forward to it. Yep. So yeah, that's it particular view. Next up is a comic corner, and actually 2 comic corners, and I'll call it a night. Okay. Next view. Bye.